Yo, yo, yo!
What it do?
It's the Man to Man
Sports Podcast.
Hey, you know how we coming?
Hey, man.
What?
I love being back, man.
Hey, man. You know, I put it like this, man. You know, when you be under the lights, you get used to it, right? You know what I mean?
I'm happy to be back, man.
Hey, man. You know, it's a joy to be back talking about something that we love to do.
We love to do, man.
We do it for free.
Do it for. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
We do it for free.
Hey, I almost had him.
We do it for free when we knew we can monetize it. Now we monetize it.
Hey, man. How was your week, man?
Hey, man. It's been a blessed week, man.
Okay.
A long week.
Making money. I see.
Making a little money.
me
Making
hold
a
a
little
dollar.
money.
And let me hold $1.
You got it, man. I got you, man.
Okay, look
You
at that.
been looking out for your boy this week.
Hey.
Yeah, you can get it.
Hey. I just want you to know. hey, how we do things. That's all I want to know.
That's right.
You know,
I told Dejan, I'm like, look, if he called today, let him get what he wants. Because he looking out for us today.
Hey, just give him whatever.
Yeah, get what he wants.
Whatever you want.
I said, that man went and pick up paint for me, too. I said, yeah, go get it.
Get it.
How about you, though, man?
Hey, man, you know what I'm saying? I've been making it, man. You know, went and seen a movie. You know, it's a little off topic, but, you know, when the movies dropped, Ant-Man.
Oh, yeah?
You know what I mean?
Did you enjoy it?
It was all right. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna spoil it for you. But, you know, it was all right. You know what I'm saying? I liked it. You know what I mean?
How long is that movie?
About 2 hours.
Oh.
Yeah, it ain't like the normal. You know, it'd be like 3 hours. But stay for the credits, though.
I'm going to check it out. I'm going to go check it out,
Stay for
man.
credits.
I'm going to check it out, man.
But outside that, man, I've been catching up on sports and see how everything been going, man. It's been a wild last week, man, with Alabama.
Yeah, that situation down there, man. Yeah, that was tough.
I forgot. Brittany Griner back.
Oh, yeah.
We had one of our first podcasts about her.
Yeah.
She back.
Yeah, she's doing good, man. I'm happy to see her back. Shout out to Brittany Griner.
Mm-hmm. Hugging KD, but that's another.
Hey, before we get started, man, I'm going to give a shout out to Tarekia, man, finding that beat, man.
Oh,
man,
yeah.
I swear, I don't know how to freestyle, but I want to drop a hot 16 on that beat.
Hey, it was mixtape man 1. You know what I'm saying? It would have been the man 1 mixtape. Hot out the press. You know what I mean?
Because I spit hot fire.
Hey, first. He going 28 tracks deep. Hey,
it was too tough, man.
Hey, for real. But hey, man, you know, outside of that, man, it has, like you said, there's been a lot going on, man.
Yeah, a lot going on.
We ain't talking about the All-Star game. The All-Star game was trash.
It was terrible.
It was disgusting.
It was terrible. It got to be too many 3-pointers for me, man.
Man, it got to be too much suck for me. Like, it was just straight trash. Trash.
I mean, it had its moments, like Jaylen Brown against Jason Tatum, that back and forth, that little while, that was okay.
It went a while. It was like,
I mean, back-to-back possession, it was pretty tough, man. It was pretty tough.
Hey, question, and it's a little out of the way, but you remember when Kyrie Irving and Deion Waiters was going at it? Years ago. Not was that as better than that though?
Ooh.
No, it wasn't. It went how Kyrie ended on that.
Well, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. But that was going. They were going at it though. Deion Waiters and Kyrie. That was tough.
That was real tough. But outside that, man, what you got for me, man?
Look, man. Your boy is LeBron James. Everybody knows that. If you follow him, everybody know this man guy is LeBron James.
I mean, you said it. Hey, I'm just here for it.
I got a topic that's kind of related to LeBron James a little bit. Now, we all heard the comments Charles Barkley said recently about KD going to the Suns and going to the Warriors and all these different things. Was the situation with KD going to Phoenix and going to the Warriors the same as LeBron James going to the Heat?
You know what? I'm a Christian and y'all made me curse. Hey, you almost made me curse. You know what I mean? Just then, I know it's the PG-13 rated show, but you almost made me curse just then.
Cut it out,
You know
man.
what I'm saying? You are despicable. I'm coming with the D's today. I just want you to know that.
Tell me your reasons why, man.
Something, man, my reason is.
I know, because I know you're going to defend him. I know you're going to defend him.
Hey, it's completely different,
it's
right?
The same, man.
No.
It's the same.
Get out. The door already unlocked.
Look, I'm all ears.
Hey,
I want to
okay,
hear this.
all right. So
I want to hear this.
the reason why, literally, it's completely the same. When LeBron went to the Heat, the Heat didn't beat him while he was in Cleveland.
No.
Okay, KD got beat by the Warriors before he joined them. As a competitor, like that's MJ would never do that with him.
No, because he said he didn't want to.
Ooh.
No.
No. I'm saying join the person that beat him.
Oh no, he wanted to beat those guys.
Okay, then exactly my point. So, and my thing is, on another note, the Heat. If you want to talk about good teams, right? KD, both the teams that he joined, the Suns and the Warriors, top.
I give you
one or two in the league.
I give you that much.
The Heat was like 47 and 35. They was like, floating on the 5th and 6th seed. It wasn't good, right? And everybody always talking about, okay, well, LeBron got Boston, he got Shane Battier, he got Dwayne Wade, he got all these guys in.
Right.
Well, a lot of people don't talk about is when he left. And they had a losing record with all those same guys. You know what I'm saying?
Miami was terrible, yeah.
Like Miami went straight to trash. So for you to be like, okay, he got a super team. No, I look at it as the point that he got good role players and he made them better. That's what I look. Besides, Dwayne Wade. You know what I'm saying? and Chris Bosh, if you look at it, Chris Bosh really took the L for a lot of it because he had to just do role player stuff anyway. When he was in Toronto, he was the man. He was the man. So, and people always discuss me with this topic because they always be like, well, LeBron started that and this and that and that. Okay, KD, and then we gonna get a little bit further deep into this, right?
Okay.
Every team that KD's been on, the last couple of times that people were talking about
Brooklyn.
Well, I'm just saying super teams. You know what I'm saying that he's been with. Has he won a championship with all those super teams he's been with?
No.
LeBron, everywhere he's been, has won a championship. And when he won a championship with the Lakers, was they a super team?
A little bit.
But stop. But you know what? You need to take that hat off, guys.
They had a bit of a squad there, man.
They had AD.
Yeah, AD. I mean, they had
which is if you look at it,
they had some solid veterans on there.
When AD retire, right? You're gonna be like, well, people gonna look at it differently. Then they're gonna be like, oh, well, AD, he can get on the court. That was a miracle that he won.
I don't. To that point, I'm gonna let you finish. But to that AD point, I don't know what happened from the Pelicans AD to the Lakers AD. I don't know what happened. I don't remember him being that hurt when he was on the Pelicans.
My thing is this, man. AD has never played 82 games. Never. He's got 275, but he's never played 82 games a season. You feel what I'm saying? And you know what? I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it even further. You know what I'm saying? Like, and people be talking about LeBron started this, LeBron did this. LeBron is that guy. That's why he's the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Because he can go anywhere, control any situation, and make it better. You know what I'm saying? Don't put KD. The thing about it, they try to put KD in the same boat as LeBron, as in like a competitor, a leader, and all that type of stuff. KD doesn't have those qualities. KD just want to go. He said himself, he just want to go out there and ball.
Well, I mean, look, I think doing some research on this topic, I found some things that I did not know that was said.
Oh, okay.
From KD.
Okay.
From
Go
KD.
Go ahead.
Now, how true they are, I don't know. If he really meant them, I don't know. But just based on the articles I read in the Bleacher Report and in USA Today, I found back when we were talking about this, when we just decided to talk about this. Part of the reason he says in the article of the Bleacher Report, KD left, was he was going through a transition at that time, because OKC was on the verge of coming out, right?
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, he said that he was going through a period of growth, and he wanted to grow as a player. And he said that as he he knew there's gonna have to be some tough decisions to make. And he said once he realized there's gonna be some tough decisions to make, he said he wanted to grow as a player the best way he could, and he felt like at the time the Warriors were the best team because of how they were structured. With Steve Kerr being the best coach at the time, the Warriors being the best team at the time. And I know it does look suspect. I'm just going by what the article said.
Lord have mercy.
And although it wasn't his, also too, I didn't realize this as well. He had visited a lot of teams at that time. He had talked to a lot of teams. But they said the article in USA Today was saying that it was one person that really helped him convince him to go to the Warriors. You know who that person was?
Draymond Green?
Nope.
Who?
Jerry West. And Jerry West didn't tell him, like, come sign with us. That wasn't what Jerry West's position. Jerry West's position was whatever makes you happy, man. You got to do what makes you happy. He sold it from that perspective. He didn't sell it from, we got the best team, we got the best this
but
and
question,
best that.
Question. Whatever makes you happy.
Mm-hmm. That's what the article said.
That's an L. That's what I'm reading. That's what I'm reading. So you telling me somebody beat you and you go join them and that makes you happy?
Well, no, I'm just saying. I think for what I can get from it, I think in order for KD to grow as a player, I think he felt like he can go to the Warriors and be better. And at that time, he did. In my opinion, I think he did because he grew as a player. He was probably the best player, not just on the Warriors, but in the league at that time. I mean, you see him play defense. You see him giving up more shots. You see him take over games. You just seen a different KD at that particular time. So in that aspect, I think when that period of time when he was at the Golden State Warriors, yes, he did great. But whatever like you said, the lack of leadership and all that kind of stuff, it did not show in Brooklyn. Yes, sir.
One thing I wanna. I ain't gonna let you speed right past this. All right.
Go ahead. Ask your question,
talking
man.
about around that time, KD was the best. No,
he was. I mean,
no, he wasn't.
You can make an argument. You can make an argument. He was the best player.
Game 1 of finals. LeBron,
bro,
he didn't want no part of LeBron.
LeBron didn't want no part of KD.
What you mean? He didn't want no part of KD. He was doing KD up. The first game,
bro.
Like come on. The J.R. Smith situation happened. Everybody was flustered after that. Like, okay, all right.
Nate.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm doing the most I can do. But game 1, KD didn't want no part of LeBron. Game 1,
Nate.
He took it to KD the whole time. You telling me he didn't?
You telling me to get out? Get out.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying.
Man.
But I'm telling you right now.
Ain't no
KD could have been a monster. I give him that.
Look,
but he ain't on no type of level as MJ, LeBron, Kobe, all them boys.
I'm not saying that he's to that magnitude, but I'm just saying.
Well, you just disrespect LeBron when you say he was the best player.
During that time when he was with the Warriors, he was. He got back-to-back Finals MVPs.
Boy, stop.
Was he not MVP back-to-back?
Boy,
he was the best player in the finals, man.
I mean, you had all the All-Stars on your team.
I'm just saying, individually during that time, KD was unstoppable. No.
KD was stoppable.
Unstoppable, man.
KD was stoppable.
He was murdering the cat.
You get in the KD chest. He was stoppable.
No, bro.
Yes, I seen it,
bro.
I seen it too many
times. I wish
times.
we could find the highlights and watch this game all over again. And I'm telling you, KD was killing LeBron James in there.
What stop?
He was killing them, man.
No, he wasn't. He was killing everybody else. He wasn't killing LeBron.
Ain't no way KD was not the best player on the floor at that time. Yeah,
LeBron. He wasn't.
I would give you. LeBron was doing his thing. He was averaging almost 30, almost close to.
LeBron almost got MVP on a losing team.
But he had to be. I'm giving you LeBron James was that good during that time.
No.
But KD was better.
You need to give me. He was the best player. That's what you need to give me.
He had to be the best player.
Okay. Since we saying
for the same, he had to be the best player for the same reason you mentioned it, because all of the squad of the team KD and the Warriors was on. They were that unbeatable. They were that tough.
So I'm gonna tell you this, all right, and then this is really gonna squash everything.
Oh boy,
it's 32 teams in the league,
mm-hmm.
right?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
The bottom half the last 6 in each conference, would KD make them a championship contending team if he joined them? No. I answered the question for you. That's the difference between him and LeBron. That's the difference between him and LeBron.
But that's always been the question with KD.
You know, I'm gonna take it.
That's always been the question.
I'm gonna take it even a step further, right?
Okay.
A lot of people ain't gonna like this. A lot of people gonna think I'm crazy when I say this.
You are crazy.
Hey, a lot of people gonna think I'm crazy when I say this. MJ couldn't even do that.
Nah, I'm finna kick you off this.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. MJ couldn't even do that. You see what happened when he went to Washington?
You know what? You know, speaking of, see, I knew you was gonna.
I'm just saying,
bro. Everybody brings that up. Everybody
you give MJ. I ain't talking about MJ balling. I'm talking about MJ.
I'm gonna tell you
over a team and have them. I'm
gonna say when it comes. I know we off topic, but since you got me riled up, you brought my boy. Michael Jordan had nothing to do with this. Now you talking about my boy. Now I got to say this. Now I got to say this.
What?
Everybody talks about Michael Jordan in the '96 through the '98 Bulls, and when he went to Cleveland. I mean, when he went to the Wizards. Nobody ever talks about how when he first got to the Bulls, how the Bulls increased their wins and got better as a team, and they won them first 3 championships. Similar to how LeBron James did. They couldn't get past a certain round. They couldn't make it to the finals and all of this and that. Very similar. The only difference is Michael Jordan stayed with his team to win a game, win rings. LeBron James didn't. And we're talking about the best player now. The best player, LeBron James, okay, the best player in Cleveland, the best player in the NBA at the time, in his prime, left to go to Miami. Michael Jordan, the best player in the league, in his prime, stayed with the Bulls and won 3 straight. The first time.
Question. So since you saying that, if you put MJ in LeBron's position and you put LeBron in MJ's position, who wins the championship first?
Before I answer that question, though, the point I'm trying to make, everybody don't want to remember how bad that first Bulls team that squad was. Everybody wants to say, B.J. Armstrong and Scottie Pippen. Okay, this is something else that people don't bring up about Scottie Pippen.
What?
Everybody said, he didn't win till Scottie Pippen got there. That's true. But this is the point that nobody ever brings up.
What?
Scottie Pippen was drafted in 87 and traded to the Bulls in 87. When did the Bulls win their first championship? 91. So it wasn't like an instant win. It took them 4 years for when Scottie Pippen got there to get to his point for Chicago to win. So y'all always say, he didn't win without until.
So you made my point valid then.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm just letting you know that's what the argument always is. But nobody ever brings that up.
You can let me know all day, but
nobody ever brings that up. All y'all want to bring up is when he had Ron Harper, Dennis Rodman, Tony Kukoc, all those different teams. But that squad he had in 1991 through 1993, all he had was Scottie Pippen. He might have had a Horace Grant. He might have had a B.J. Armstrong to hit a 3 or 2, or John Paxson 3 or 2. But that Bulls team in 91 through 93 was not that great. And they still won the game.
Oh, they wasn't?
No, they won that great.
They wasn't?
No, they won that great.
They wasn't.
They won that great.
So you really gonna go
I'm talking about not the team. I'm talking about the individual players on the bench and they supporting cast were not that great. They were not that great.
Seems like somebody a little
No, I'm just saying because you want to bring up you want to bring up how LeBron ain't had no help and this and that.
Hey, and like I said, if you put MJ in LeBron's position and you put LeBron in MJ's position, I believe LeBron have more rings. That's just my honest opinion. I believe. You know the reason why? Because LeBron ain't never really had all his situations besides the Heat and besides maybe the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? Has been.
Ladies and gentlemen, did y'all hear that moment of silence? That awkward moment of silence.
What do you mean? There wasn't no awkward moment of silence.
That's because I ain't listening to nothing this man talking about. I don't know what you talking about.
Hey, my thing is this, man. MJ had everything around him going. LeBron didn't have that.
But I'm agreeing.
And before you say what you say. Now, I'm not saying MJ is not one of the greats. I'm not saying none of that. And I'm not saying MJ is not a, clutch guy and go get or whatever.
Right.
But MJ gonna get his, you know what I mean, gonna get his in. But my thing is, when Kobe, before he had Shaq and all that, when they was getting theirs in, did that really help the team?
I'm just saying
Take a deep breath. Do it again.
I'm just saying the play the journey is different from team to team, player to player, and I know the errors have a lot to do with it. And if you're really paying attention, I'm not discrediting LeBron James as far as what he's done. I'm just discrediting how he done it. That's all. That's my only gripe with LeBron James. It's always ever been my only gripe with LeBron James. Great spokesperson, great athlete, great mentor, great player, great everything. I just don't, I'm a little old school. I know you new school. There's a different way. I have to realize there's a different way of doing things.
Yeah.
I just don't agree with how he did it. That's all I'm saying.
Well,
that's all I'm saying.
When you in trash and they going to get you. I mean, look at it. When he left, they was like, "Oh, we gonna win a championship for you. That we never needed you and all that." Now that's what he was dealing with on an everyday basis before they even made that comment. They really told us how everything was going while he was there. You know what I'm saying? Like, so people, they get at, they have the look GM, you know what I'm saying? They have all them jokes, but he had to do what he had to do. That's what actually made him to who he is today.
I mean, like I said this before. He does what he does well, and he's not just a smart basketball player, but he's smart in analyzing and looking at situations and making it work for himself. He's great at doing that. Like, once again, I just don't agree with how he does do things, especially and specifically, I should say, specifically how he chose to go to Miami and made it seem like, oh, that was a hard decision when he knew he was going there. That's my only thing.
See, you back on that.
See, my guy stayed through thick and thin.
There wasn't no thick and thin.
He stayed through thick and thin
there
because
no thick and thin.
Remember also too. I know the last time we talked about this, we getting way off. Forget KD now.
Well, and that's why I was wondering why you put him in the same conversation as LeBron.
Well, I'm just saying, but I was trying to talk about what Charles Barkley, but you brought up NJ, so I took it personally.
Hey, well, it is. Well, hey, I mean, Charles Barkley, he say anything on TV.
But when Charles Barkley ain't talking nonsense, I do respect some stuff, because some stuff he do have a valid point. But
he just takes so long to say it.
Charles, I'm just playing, my guy. I love you, Charles.
Hey, but I will say this though. Charles Barkley, you know what I mean, as a player, I do respect him as in, like, what he did for the NBA and et cetera. You know what I'm saying? So that's their own, like, AI and Damian Leonard might be in that group. Like, I respect that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's just.
I think how older guys, like your older uncles or your granddads,
like you, right?
We look at the younger crowd, like, man, they doing this and they doing that. Why are you doing that? I think that's kind of what the older NBA players. They're used to doing it the way they did it. They played as many games as they wanted to, even if they were hurt. They try to be loyal as they can. They didn't, and then when they got towards the end of their career, then they tried to go leave and get a championship. I think the way guys doing business now, whether it's making money for themselves or
they're making a lot more money.
A lot more money. I think the way they're doing things now, I think the older guys just don't like it. And I think that's what it is. And it's not necessarily a bad thing, or
you got to evolve, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I think. It's not necessarily a bad thing. I just think it's a different way of doing business. I just think like a lot of the old school guys just don't like it that way. So
well, and and they get back on top of it. You know what I'm saying? My thing is this, right? I took it personal because you can't put KD and LeBron in the same boat, man. You just can't. Like, what he did was a cardinal sin.
I mean, leadership-wise, I give you that. But KD was killing. I mean, when he's on the Warriors, he was balling, though, man. He was.
But he's a baller. I mean, he gonna ball.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's what he gonna do. My thing, I can't respect them for going to a team that beat him. I can't respect that.
So, Well, I don't know if that's the equivalent, so I might not even ask that question. So I mean, so like, say, and this is hypothetical. So say like like the Lakers and Celtics rival. So would that be equivalent? Let's say Paul Pierce went to the Lakers. Would that be the most disrespectful thing too? I mean, because that's a rival because he's a longtime Celtic.
But I'm just saying, did they beat him? Did they beat him though?
No, I'm just saying.
I mean, I don't think that would be equivalent. You know what I mean? Because you have guys that done did that before, big name guys that done did it before. So
yeah.
But I don't think it's equivalent to you getting beat. You feel what I'm saying? Like, cause some of the stuff you can't help. Like, you get traded here or whatever. Like, now they got player empowerment, so they can kind of do whatever, and that's another thing.
Well, that's definitely the thing.
You know, like, so you chose to go there because Jerry West said, "Let's be happy." You know what I'm saying? Like, so really, to be honest, Charles Barkley, you know what? I retract a little bit of what I said. Charles Barkley just saying what we just all thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like besides the point that he tried to compare to LeBron, now he lost me on that.
And this is another thing, and we don't have no proof about it, but this is just what the article says. We never know. We never really know what's been said behind closed doors or what's been.
Oh, they say a lot of stuff.
You know, of course, but I just don't know if that was the sole reason. I think that was part of the reason the way Jerry West is the kind of guy. He knows how the game is. He knows how to talk to players.
He like Pat Riley.
Yeah, I think he knows how to talk to players, and I think that's what convinced him to go. Not necessarily say, oh,
Now, that's one thing I will say that him and LeBron had in common.
Yeah.
LeBron went to Pat Riley. You know what I'm saying? And KD went to Jerry West.
Yeah.
And then, MJ, oh, my God. He never left. I'm sorry.
That's right. He never left.
He never left.
Loyalty.
Because his situation was already good. Anyway, on the back
it wasn't fully good. Yeah. Do you remember before we go?
Well, you talking about they had a little fall out. Yeah, I remember that.
I remember what I'm saying. My thing, they had a rip because Jordan wasn't getting paid.
Well, my thing was this though. Just like Kobe was gonna leave the Lakers one time.
Yeah.
But all their situations they was able to be worked out. They had the front office was great. You know what I mean? Like think about it. LeBron was in Cleveland, and this is a lot of people I think they don't really see or believe. Like, that's not a championship city. Like, you don't think about Cleveland like the Celtics, or you don't think of like the Lakers or the New York Knicks. You know what I'm saying? It's not the mecca of basketball.
No, because I went to Cleveland for training for the job, and I was like, I'm ready to go.
Yeah, hey, but like, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't look at the point of what he had to go through with the front office and stuff. They tried to get Shaq. Shaq was old. You know what I'm saying? So stuff like that. Like, come on, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, I get it,
but and we're gonna talk about some of the moves that's been made on a later topic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like, it's just like, man.
I mean, I like I say, I get it, and like I say, when we talked about this last time, we had a couple of episodes ago. The Cleveland situation, I understand what you're saying. There was a lot of moving pieces, and it then didn't look like Cleveland was going in the direction that LeBron James was going.
Head coach sucked, front office sucked.
Even besides that point, I still think
other players trash.
He could have done the management and LeBron James.
Yeah, Eric Snow.
If he's going to be that was terrible. Yeah, Eric Snow was.
Hey, I just know Eric Snow. When I used to play the game of the 76ers, like literally, like with Allen Iverson and stuff like that. That's literally, like, come on.
But once again, I just think there could have been a better way to do it, because this is why I say that. As we getting ready to run out of time, we talked about this before. If it was that bad, LeBron James wouldn't have put in the letter when he came back to Cleveland like he should. He wouldn't have said, "I should have never left." Or was he just saying that just to be saying that to get cool points?
No. He was doing it not for the franchise. He was doing it for the city. So when he's separating basketball and culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's separating the entity. So, you know what I mean? Like, so it's like, hey, I'm going to do this for all the people I grew up with. I should have never left y'all. Not I should have never left the corporation, because the corporation's a business. You know what I mean? Like, they going to do what they feel like it's best.
Well, they should improve Cleveland.
That's why he left again. That's why he left again. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the same stuff.
Well, he accomplished what he needed to, but I still think he could have made a better decision.
One of the best championships ever.
So what? I don't care. I don't care. I don't care about that.
All right, man. Hey, we'll holler at y'all. Hey, make sure y'all subscribe, like,
share,
follow. Hey, go in the DM, tell somebody else, make a fake page, follow. You know what I'm saying? Like, do something. You know what I mean? Like, hey, we got a lot of things coming up. You know what I mean? We want to try to be interactive with y'all. Got some lives and stuff coming up, some questionnaires. Y'all make sure y'all tune in.
Hey, y'all stay tuned for our 25th episode. We're going to do something special, and we want y'all to be a part of it.
Most definitely. We out.
Yeah.
Yo, this the Man.
The Man.
Sports Podcast. You know how we do it, how we coming today. You know what I'm saying? You know I'm about to demolish this man over here. You see how I put that, right?
Don't listen to nothing that man talking about.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Don't listen to nothing.
You see how I flow with it, man. hey, for real, but how you doing, man?
I'm pretty good, man. Like I said, I'm just happy to be back on this microphone, man. Talking about our sports debate with this nut right here, man.
Every time you grab that mic, I just get scared. Why you grab it so tight like that? Like, I'm trying to figure out what you got going on.
I'm gonna tell you why I do this, man.
What?
There's an old movie called First Blood with Sylvester Stallone.
Uh-huh.
That joker, he got abandoned by the captains.
Mm-hmm.
And when he went to the camp, he grabbed that microphone. He's like, I'm gonna come get you.
Yeah. That boy over there doing a reenactment. I hear you, man. I hear you. But yeah, man, shoot, man. Hey, let's get to it, man. You know what I'm saying? There's been a lot going on in the Western Conference. You know what I mean? The seeding I think is about to get crazy. I think it's about to get real, man.
You know what? We gonna see, man.
Hey.
I'm gonna pose the questions to you.
You
know, because you always ask me questions.
Well, you know,
and since you like talking about them all the time, and we just had a hot topic about them earlier.
Ain't God good all the time?
we just had man. God is good though. He's great. He's great.
I'm just saying.
But and we just had a hot topic debate about LeBron James again. That's your boy. I understand. But
well, hey, I'm putting it like this. You know, Charles Barkley did that to you. And I'm like, hey, I'm just saying. But you go ahead.
Now, the Lakers were surging. They had won 4 out of the 5 games after the trade. That was pretty good. They was looking pretty good. Now LeBron James is hurt. How do the Lakers respond? What they gonna look like going forward now? Because they made up a game when they went on that little streak. They only made up one game. They only made up one game. So they were going up to 12th place from 13. They still only 2.5 out of the 6th spot. So what does it look like now?
Well, I'm gonna say they're in 11th, in 11th place right now. So they only like 2.5 games back from 6th place. At first, until last night, I was a little hesitant, you know, because when fully healthy, you know what I mean. I wouldn't be surprised to see them come out of the Western Conference, to be honest.
I'm gonna go that far.
Hey.
I would not go that far.
Hey, and fully healthy, them boys dangerous. Them boys are really dangerous. But when LeBron got hurt, I was like, okay, all right. Anthony Davis is gonna have the ball.
He gonna have to,
and he gonna have to like take over because, you know, one thing I would say, they was looking real not playoff-ish. You know what I mean? The beginning of the first half of the season, but Rob Pelinka made some great moves. I was really hard on him. You know what I'm saying? But he really made some great moves, and the pickups are like phenomenal.
Well,
right
looking
now.
at them play after the trade deadline, they look pretty good. They look real good.
So with that being said, you know, so I was like, okay, all right, well, you know, we got some easy games coming up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, well, we'll be all right. You know what I mean? For the most part, let's 80. You know what I mean? Take over some games and start getting aggressive and do what he do. And then guess what happened to him? Oh, well, we gonna my foot is not feeling right. I gotta sit out. So he sat out. I'm like, okay, all right, what is going on? I'm like, what? Like this guy. I'm like, okay, LeBron works out and works on his body every day. You know, he gets injured. Okay, all right, he gets injured.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? AD on a whole nother ballpark is just fragile. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and you know, I was down until I seen the game last night. And when I seen the game last night, I was like, okay, halftime, we was up by 3, and I was like, okay, all right. And then, you know, late fourth, up by 10. I'm like, I was like, this. If we can straddle the fence until LeBron can get back, I think we'll be all right. And you gotta understand, they won last night without D'Lo, Anthony Davis, and LeBron.
Well, this is what I believe is going to make the difference. The response to them when their superstars are out. That's going to be. That's going. And I'm gonna tell you what made me impressed with them. Because you know, doing that 4 out of 5, you know they were down 27 to Dallas.
Oh yeah,
and they came back and won that game.
Yeah.
Like you mentioned last night, they were down. They was winning in OKC without their main players. That shows to me that they made some very good improvements, made some great trades,
and that they're capable.
However, once again, my thing is always the consistency of the play. Now that's game 1 without LeBron and KD. Let's see what game 2 is going to be with.
And they played the Timberwolves, Minnesota.
Yeah.
So the schedule is favorable for them because they got like the easiest schedule going into the playoffs. So that's why I say I don't know. Depends on. They said 80 is precautionary. He should be back with the Timberwolves. So we'll see how that works. But if they got 20 more games, if they can at least go, I say at least 11-9. I think they'll be in the because
I mean
the New Orleans Pelicans, they're gonna be tanking,
Yeah.
and then Jazz they're gonna be tanking, and then they're already ahead of the Portland Trailblazers. So
I'll give them a playoff shot if they, because I don't think they're gonna jump to 6th place. I think
if fully healthy, they would have jumped to 6th place. Fully healthy, it was over with.
Maybe I'll give them maybe
because think about it, it was 23 games. So they would have won like 20 of them and lost 3.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? They have a little hiccup, but then they're starting to get cohesive. Everybody's starting to know each other. Everybody's starting to like play with each other. Everybody, you know what I mean? The chemistry starting to kick in. Now it's like, yeah, they playing good, but and we know it ain't no chemistry.
I'll give them a chance if they don't have to play in the play-in tournament. If they make, well, I'm just saying, like if they
how many games they're gonna have to play.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. If they go on a winning streak and get to the 6th spot, they won't have to play in the play-in tournament.
Yeah, but they gonna be in the play-in.
But because of the play-in tournament and because the injuries are on and off, that cohesiveness can go off a little bit. Yeah. So if they have to play in the play-in tournament and play more games and in the playoffs, then I don't think they're gonna make it. I want them to because my beloved Lakers.
You ain't had no faith in them.
I didn't. I really didn't.
You ain't had no faith.
And that's my team. I don't.
You disgust me. How you going? how are you gonna say, "Oh, this is my team," but have no faith in your team?
No, I don't have.
Look, that is despicable.
I'm just being real, man.
That is despicable.
I want my team to win, but it's just like I'm any other team. I'm a Georgia boy, but I know good and daggone well them Falcons ain't gonna do nothing.
Well, see, that's another topic.
I'm looking at it at the Lakers.
But
they my team, but I don't think they're gonna do anything. Now they are, I think. So.
I mean, the Falcons was never gonna do nothing.
No,
that's I don't even know why you brought.
I'm just giving you an example.
You worse than Charles.
I'm loyal.
You worse than Charles.
I'm loyal, but I got to be real about the situation.
So what is their ceiling then? What is their ceiling for them
for this year?
Yeah,
I think they might, and this is a strong might, go to the Western Conference Finals. But that's it. I give them maybe
Western Conference Finals for the ceiling.
That's it. I don't think they're going no more.
I mean, that ain't.
I don't even really think they're going past the second round.
All right, now see now you.
I don't think they're going past the second round.
You backtracking on.
But that's their max. That's the max is the Western Conference Finals.
All right, so if they make it to the Western Conference Finals, then well, if they don't, I'm gonna put it like this: if they don't make it to the Western Conference Finals, I'll buy you a case of water.
Man, I thought you were gonna say something. I already thought you were gonna say something.
Hey, but my thing is, if LeBron comes back and say that he's like maybe 75-80% or whatever, and he wills them to a finals, how would you think about him?
Look, LeBron.
That was a lot.
LeBron James is a great player, and he has the capability.
Oh, now he got the capability. Okay,
I always said this, man. Y'all need to go back and listen.
Question though too. Russell Westbrook, what you?
It ain't looking good. It ain't looking good.
I'm just saying, cause you was high on him. You was like, I like how he played and all that type of stuff. But once they got rid of him, it seemed like a whole bunch of positivity started rolling around.
I don't know what's going on, Red, but for him at the Clippers losing their first 3 games, that ain't looking good.
Hey, at all.
It ain't looking good. But
That's your boy.
Let me make a point about LeBron James that I'm worried about. 20 years in the league, 37 years old, or 38.
Don't do that.
I'm just putting it out there. 38 years old.
Don't do that.
Injury starting to happen.
Don't do that.
Can he hold up at the level of play? I'm just saying. Not just to play. I'm talking about for the next couple of years because he wants to play when Bronny comes in.
Well, my thing is this. Yes, he can hold up, but the stuff he has to do, you know what I'm saying? Like, and a lot of people look at, you know what I'm saying, situation, but if he can, when they made those trades. You know how many minutes he was averaging per game?
It had to be close to 40.
No. I'm talking about when they made it.
Oh, when they made the trade? I'm not sure.
Like 28.
Oh, that's good for him.
Minutes.
That's good for him.
If he can make those actual like minutes consistent, those injuries won't happen. It's just the point that they pushing him like they did with Kobe.
Well, see, this is going to be the point again. Will D-Russ and those guys be consistent enough for LeBron James to sit down?
I think if you take the injuries out, I know injuries are a big part, but if you take injuries out, I think they can be consistent enough for him to sit back a little bit and let them play and just come in and interject. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, he's a walking 20-8 in his sleep.
I'm not doubting his ability when he's on the court.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, with all as hard as he plays, as long as he's been playing that hard, can he sustain the battle of the playoffs? Especially coming off that injury with the foot.
So we're questioning somebody that's lasted longer than anybody else. I'm
just saying.
Nah, that's what we're doing, right?
I'm just saying.
We're questioning a guy that spends over $1 million in his body. Listen,
I love my boy to death. Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. But this is the thing. Everybody knows how dedicated Kobe Bryant was to the game of basketball.
Did he spend over $1 million in his body every year?
I don't know. I don't know that part.
He did.
I don't know, but I
know he spent some money, but I don't think he went that excessive amount at.
But I'm just saying. The last 3 years of his career, he got hurt, and he played.
Hold on. So what did he hurt?
I think
research. I know one
was the shoulder. I think it was a shoulder on one thing. It was Achilles. I can't remember what the other one was, but I remember watching that the Muse.
That was actually pretty good. Though.
Yeah, that was pretty good, and he was like, he said, he had just got over the injury, and he's like, man, I just did this again. That's why he wanted to retire because he couldn't do it no more. So I'm not saying this is gonna happen. I hope it don't happen to LeBron because I hate to see anybody get injured for anything.
That ain't gonna happen.
But I'm just saying, with the hustle and bustle of the playoffs, as hard as he played every game that he's actually playing, this is an injury right before the playoffs. So if he's not fully healed, or if he's, you know what I'm saying.
Well, I think that's why they're taking precautions.
So
theoretically, he played on it. when they played Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
So like he had already heard it anyway. So he had already got it looked at. But now it's just like, okay, all right, let's scale it back, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got 20 games
Mm-hmm.
over the next 3-4 weeks or so. If we can somehow straddle the fence to the playoff chance and a playoff the play in,
Mm-hmm.
then and he comes back fully healthy and AD's fully healthy and D-Lo come back,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna have another thing coming.
I mean,
And I think that's what you playing devil's advocate and you gambling, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But they won last night, so they give you a little bit more.
I like it. I
You know
like it.
And if 80 goes back to the topic, if 80 does what he's supposed to do, they're gonna win tomorrow, right?
Hopefully.
So that's you already gonna be looking at, okay, all right, a week. We can have now. They could take L's. It's just when they take them.
Yeah, they can't take. They
can't take bad L's.
Well, not just bad L's. They can't take 2 or 3 in a row.
No, that too. So if they lose to the Suns, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Because what plays in their favor is the other teams. They've been losing too.
Mm-hmm.
So just like you said, the Clippers done lost 3 straight. So if they keep losing and they lose a game, it just balance out.
Right.
So I mean that's now. Question.
Mm-hmm.
Since we're talking about the Western Conference seeding and stuff like that, did you watch the Suns play?
I did not watch that game.
I'm gonna tell you this right now.
I did not watch
If
it.
the Suns get clicking on all cylinders, they will be scary.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think they're gonna. I don't think that's gonna happen.
I see. That's another thing. I don't want to judge it on that one game yet.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw. I mean, I went back and watched the replay a little bit, not the whole game, and I want to actually see a live game and see how that actually plays out.
You want to go out to Arizona?
No, I just want. I mean, from what I understand, nothing in Arizona either. But
that's good food out there.
I just want to make sure that I want to see for myself how they actually run the offense and what role KD is actually playing in it. And
okay, analyst.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, let me go ahead and get my clipboard and my notebook paper, my number 2 pencil, and my pen.
But you got to remember that Monty Williams took that team to the NBA Finals. That was 2 or 3 years ago, and that was without KD. So I think adding KD will put them in the mix. However, I just need to see for myself how are they going to bond, not bond, but band together in the last 20 some odd games.
I think it's a lot of variables there. I mean, granted, I think KD is probably one of the easiest pieces that you can pick up. That is a big star that can come in and help you immediately.
Yeah.
But I need to look at, what they gonna do when the second team come in. Like what's gonna happen with that? What's gonna happen if one of your guys go out? What's gonna happen if you got 2 guys getting in foul trouble? What's gonna happen if Ayton don't do his job and manhandle the middle? What's like, you know what I mean? What are your plan Bs? What are you know what I mean? Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Gonna happen when stuff gets thrown your way? And that's usually what happens because people don't really show their true offense and defense until they get in the playoffs anyway.
Well, that's like I say, that's why I was trying to compare it to the Lakers. The Lakers did that 4 out of 5, and this is just one game with the Suns with him playing for the Suns. So let's see when 4 or 5 games into KD coming back and actually playing.
And we still don't, with the Lakers, we still don't know, what it really might be because those 4 or 5 games it's been different. It's been different players.
Well, that's the beauty of what I like to see because it's somebody.
No, I'm talking about as in like who gonna be there, lineups. You know what I'm saying? I really do like Austin Reeves, though. I'm kind of.
Oh yeah.
He's doing it.
He had it in him.
Yeah,
he had it in him.
He got to bring it out of him.
Yeah, that joke cross old buddy up, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, reversed it.
Yeah, I'm like, oh.
Yeah, he nice with it now. He nice. Now who you think is a sleeper that nobody's really looking at or talking about?
In all honesty, a sleeper, and I know you ain't gonna like this.
Yeah, cause I'm probably sleeping on who you talking about.
and they. I don't know. I don't really like them. Even though they second, I really don't like Memphis. I really don't like Memphis.
Why you don't like Memphis?
Because I don't think they're ready. I don't think they're ready.
You remember when I said Ja Morant wasn't gonna be nothing?
No, he gonna be something. John Morant gonna be tough. Memphis as a team, I don't think they're ready yet. But John Morant gonna be tough.
Okay, so you mean individually, but his individual athleticism?
Yeah, he's great that way. But the team,
okay.
I don't
think team wise.
No, I don't think they're ready.
Like
but
they always. My thing is this: like they always talking smack, but never won a championship in their life. You feel what I'm saying? Like they always like, okay, all right, you know what I'm saying? We coming for y'all. We doing this. Like you just lost 5 games in a row. Like come on.
I think they just a bunch of young guys that's just trying to show they're confident in it. But it ain't coming off in wins. That's
they not. I don't even know why you said sleeper because they're gonna lose the first round.
No, I really think I think the sleeper team that nobody really talks about, but they always have potential, and they the number 1 team in the West is the Denver Nuggets. I think they're gonna be the sleeper team. I think they gonna win.
If the Joker win another MVP, I'm gonna go out there myself, and I'm gonna go. I'm just going bonkers. Like I'm gonna go out there myself and go burn that MVP.
He's quietly doing things.
Yeah, he's quietly doing it. He don't hardly get off the floor, so he's quiet.
So, okay, let me ask you a question then. You may not want Joker to win MVPs. Who else is a candidate for MVP?
De'Aaron Fox.
De'Aaron Fox? He probably won't get it, though.
Yeah. It's fans and all that play in it, too.
I think...
Because you got to play so many games.
Well, I think if you're not gonna put Jokers as MVP,
Jason Tatum.
Yeah, I was gonna say Jason Tatum's probably gonna be.
Yeah.
No.
Don't get me wrong, right? Kendrick Perkins said something. He was like, you see what he said about Steve Nash? I think was it Dirk?
Yeah, Dirk
and Joker. All three won MVPs. He said, "What all they have in common? They stole the MVP." That's my thing. You know what I'm saying? Because like
that Nash, he definitely stole MVP because if Kobe wasn't playing on that bad Lakers team, Kobe should have been MVP back to back.
Well, my thing is just like, are we just giving out the MVP? Like that's what I feel. I feel like it's a participation award. Like you just giving it out. Like oh hey, you want an MVP?
It's your turn.
It's your turn. Because he don't. I mean, the Joker's not a bad guy. Everybody likes him, stuff like that. He's not gonna get hurt because he's not athletic. So the only thing he's gonna do is just walk up the floor, walk back, do a hook, and shoot. So his percentages of getting hurt is less than none because his feet don't never leave the floor, right? So you don't really have to worry about that. But my thing is like, okay, all right, I get it. You gave it to him that year, the first time, or whatever. Like, but have you ever known somebody to win the MVP and nobody talks about him? like think about it. Like this guy silently won the MVP.
But last year though, that Joker was balling. I mean, he was pretty. He
balled until he got balled out of the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, like when it come down to it, I think they're gonna have to implement like something like the playoff. Like I because some of these guys and the high profile guys, like they don't really care about the season no more.
So let me ask this question. So do you think they should do the MVP to anybody, regardless of the record of the team?
Nah, cause you gotta have a what I would say you gotta have at least a standard record. Like you don't have to be first, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you can't be last and you balling out because that means you get 48 touches. Yeah, you're gonna have 48 points. You know what I'm saying? Like because you the only one touching the ball. You feel what I'm saying? So you gotta have some substance there. But at least like you gotta be top 6, top 5. You know what I mean? To be the most valuable player. That's what and you balling because now your balling actually means something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just like
I don't know.
Just like when Anthony Davis scored them 28 points and 19 rebounds, but none of his points was meaningful. like you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the thing about it. See, you know, I'm gonna go back to my boy LeBron. Like,
here we go.
hey, like literally, like you feel what I'm saying? Like when you were talking about the Miami Heat days, but yeah, he might not have scored a lot here or there, but he controlled the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and a lot of people right now, they just, you don't see that. You know what I mean? Like, you don't see somebody control a game. Like, like CP3 might do it every now and then, but he's getting a little older. Jason Tatum is starting to, you seen that, you seen that 3-point he hit the other night?
Yeah, Jason Tatum.
Yeah, he balling.
He definitely. So let me ask this question then: Did because of the recent up and down with Philly, did Embiid lose some track as far as MVP? Because he was front runner at the beginning.
Well, 76 is still in pretty good shape over there, though.
Yeah, I mean, but the play hasn't been consistent.
I mean, Embiid is a MVP player guy.
Mm-hmm.
I think he probably would have should have won it probably. When they lost to Kawhi in Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was the year for him. 'Cause I think he played more games that year too.
Mm-hmm.
But he's if he can ever get consistent, he is a top caliber person.
What about Luka?
Nah.
No.
I mean, Luka's
leading scorer in the league right now. Team in the playoffs.
Luka is for now. Mm-hmm. Luka is a great showstopper. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he box office. What Stephen A. Smith say, box office. You know what I'm saying? Like, he sell tickets, but when you look at it, like, is he gonna do something defensively? No. He'll score 60 though. You know what I'm saying? Like, but most valuable player. You can't just have one great. Matter of fact, since you thought about that, with the Lakers, I mean not with the Dallas Mavs, do you think Kyrie and Luka ever gonna figure it out?
The way they play, you think they would be able to? I'm a Kyrie guy, man. That joke is just too nice.
I mean, the last 5 games though, it's been because of them.
Yeah.
Nah, you know that, right?
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, I think, because like what's that one game that they were trying to win and hit a 3-point and they kept passing it back and forth because nobody could get a shot off. You know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff needs to be worked out.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So
yeah,
it's kind of,
Luka better stop passing the ball because Kyrie just gonna pass to LeBron when he goes to the Lakers in the offseason. Hey, I was just saying.
Boy,
you heard it here first on Man to Man podcast. Kyrie is going to the Lakers.
If that happens, I will buy me a Kyrie Irving jersey and wear it for the whole.
You might well buy me one.
No, I ain't gonna do that.
Said it.
I ain't gonna do that.
Nah, here you go.
It's gonna be my jersey.
Here you go.
But no, to answer your question though, I think they have the potential. I don't know how they gonna be able to figure it out because it just seems like it should work. You know what I mean? It should have some sort of flow because they both, like you said, they both have their times where they can create and do their own thing.
But they're not a cohesive unit. It's.
You think they lean on them too much, probably?
No, it's 1v1, right? Mm-hmm. And both of them play 1v1. So what that means? Other people can be running, slashing, going to the rim and stuff. They're not really looking for that. They taking their man. They're gonna do their man in, and they gonna score. Mm-hmm. So that starts to get that start to set your team back. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, you go for 40 and you go for 40, but when it comes down to it, we both need to go for 2 points. You know what I'm saying? To win the game. You know what I'm saying? As a cohesive unit. Mm-hmm. So, and not to say they won't figure it out, but it's gonna be tough because both of them hard headed. Luka, and Mr. Nice Guy, but like he want that ball though. You know what I'm saying? Luka want that ball.
It's gonna be interesting to see, man. I just don't. I don't think they hit that. I don't think they got over that little hump yet. I think they still missing a couple of pieces, a couple of bench players, and something to keep it stable. But it's just, I think it has potential, but I don't think it's gonna be there yet this year.
Hey, do you think Damian Leonard need to leave Portland?
Yes.
Because I mean, you a big homer for staying home.
Yes, but no, I am to try to build around that core for as long as you can.
Now you see what they did to him, and you trying to put my boy
No.
in the same position as him.
But Damian been there for a while though. I mean, for a while.
I
really think he's just staying for the money. I really think
he's almost a resident.
I really don't think he care about that. I think he just want to be loyal because that's the kind of guy he's been brought up to be. But I think if he doesn't care about his legacy, if he doesn't care about all that other stuff, the hoopla and winning a championship and stuff, stay in Portland. But if you want to win a championship to add to your legacy, I think he does need to leave.
If imagine him like moving to just a top contender. Oof. That's gonna be disgusting. I can only imagine. Damian, you know how many people would be after Damian Lillard?
If he can go
the whole league. Like
yeah.
if he were like Portland lucked up, really, because he's supposed to been gone. Like he's supposed to be like down the road, 75 miles, catch a plane.
Well, see, that's my
across the country.
This is the same problem that I had with LeBron James. Like you got a core. No, listen,
you got to ban you from saying his name.
You got a core guy. You got a core guy who wants to be in the city, who wants to play. But what are y'all doing to build around him? I mean, it's just I don't get it. You got a franchise player in your city who's filling the seats no matter what goes on because of his loyalty. Help him out.
Nah, they just like to breeze out in Portland. The weather is great. The humidity, there's no humidity. We can see the tall trees and the mist flow through. But hey, you know what I'm saying? That's another one for another day. Hey, make sure y'all subscribe, like,
follow,
share. Hey, do everything you can do. Hey, give somebody $1. Be like, hey, follow them. You know what I'm saying? That's my people. You know what I'm saying? You know what? Matter of fact, you can go in your contacts, and you know where it says, hey, share to all. Share all of them. You don't even know half of them. You know, half of the people you follow, you share to all of them. You know what I'm saying? Hey, get it out there. Get the word out there. Hey, let's be great. Hey, holla at us.
Man to man.
Yo. Yo.
Hey, thanks everyone. This is another episode for the Man to Man Sports Podcast, and we want to thank everybody for their love and support. Y'all continue to please support us. Continue to look out for us, man. Please continue to follow, share, like, whatever y'all do, man. Continue to show us love. We're going to show y'all love.
Most definitely.
And, man, we love y'all. Peace out.
Peace. I ain't gonna lie. I was gonna say.